What up, folks? I'm back once again doing another video game review, and this time I'm reviewing Jaws, which was released on the NES by LJN, and it's based off the Jaws movie franchise, in which it started off strong, but the franchise took a nosedive because of the effects of Jaws 3D and the storyline of Jaws the Revenge. Now, in the game is loosely based off the franchise because none of the characters from the franchise are in the movie. Just Jaws itself, you know what I'm saying? And you this unnamed scuba diver who was the captain of a boat, and you're on a mission to kill Jaws. And I'll be honest with you, this game is boring and it sucks. Something serious, you know what I'm saying? First of all, first thing you notice about the game when you press start is that there's no stages. You just pretty much go back and forth between those two stores that's buying stuff to like level up, pretty much like an RPG, and you use seashells as currency. Which begs the question, at what point in the franchise was seashell was used as currency, you know what I'm saying? I mean, when you look at the location where the fourth movie takes place, and you talk, the first two are in some like New England town, while the last two are in Florida, and I say the latter half of Jaws the Revenge, they're in the Bahamas. But I'm just gonna focus in on Florida and then one New England town. I'm pretty sure that they did not use seashells as currency. They used, of course, $1 bill, $5 bill, and so on and so forth. So what in the world were they thinking using seashells as currency? You know what I'm saying? Good grief. They pretty much put no effort into this at all in terms of the currency, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't used, of course it wasn't used as currency in the movies. It shouldn't have been currency in the game neither. Good grief. What in the world is wrong with those folks that who was working on this game at LJN? Seriously. But excuse me for using some logic, you know what I'm saying, based off the movie, you know what I'm saying? And while you're in the boat, you get this message that you hit something and you pretty much shoot at stingrays and jellyfish and whatnot. So it's kind of like, and you get the seashells that you need. But when did that ever happen in the Jaws franchise where you take out stingrays and jellyfish? They just, I don't know what to say about it. They just, when they was given the license to make games, I guess their thinking was, we're not gonna make a game. We don't care what else happens. We're on a mission to make a turtle fest or something. You know what I'm saying? The games that they pushed out, it's kind of like, it boggles the mind, you know what I'm saying? Seriously. Why couldn't they put more effort into the game than what they pushed out? I know that Jaws was the main antagonist in all four movies. They should have put more effort into making this game. But then again, I'm asking too much because this is LJN I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And in regards to that message, you hit something. It's like it lasts like it's like every 2 seconds after you been shooting stingrays and jellyfish from the last time. It's like 2 seconds later you hit something, and George, it reminds me of Pokemon Blue, Red, and Yellow. Blue, Red, and Yellow, and they in the cave section that gets on my nerves. I don't know why LJN thought it was cool to put it to have it happen in this particular game. And y'all just randomly pops up, and at first it's hard to kill him because your weapon isn't strong enough to take him to drain his energy. So this is where the stores and buying and leveling up comes in. At I guess you could say this is a poor excuse of a RPG if it's supposed to be one. I'm not honestly sure about that. You know what I'm saying? This game is just so dumb, so frustrating, and just straight up sucks. Now, the graphics and gameplay, the graphics and design of the game are decent, but at the same time, just not enough to save this turd fest of the game. It's honestly an insult. Now, the gameplay is boring, and it doesn't help that you do. The only thing you can do is shoot stingrays and jellyfish and stuff, and it's just outright boring. The soundtrack is just outright forgettable. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the insult to get to video, just the gaming overall, and the soundtrack is pretty forgettable. And much like the other games that was released by LJN, the soundtrack of the movie is practically not in this game. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that why LJN has to do that. You know. Long story short, Charles for NES is just not worth playing unless you're planning to do a walkthrough of this game on your YouTube channel. It honestly, it's just like I just give this game a 4 out of 10. It just sucks too much. And this, considering this is an LJN game, I'm not shocked. So, with that being said, if you this played this atrocious game like I did, you can mention it in the comment section. If you was frustrated like I was, you can mention that also. If you like the review of Jaws for NES, you can click the thumbs up button. You can share it on one of the fan pages on Facebook concerning video games. You can share it on Twitter or whatever. And don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy Big Metro Fan 12 signing off.